It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We'll watch the Miami Heat in this one as they go up against the Toronto Raptors. Taking a look at Toronto, these guys have been rolling. With a win here today, they'll stake a claim to the second-best record in the NBA. That tells you all you need to know about the year they're having. An intriguing matchup tonight. Two smart, experienced ball clubs. Shaq, how do you see this one playing out?
Solid execution on both sides. Each guy playing to his own strengths.
Okay. I think it's going to be more tactical, though, honestly. If the game is played at a fast pace, that's when the benches come into play, because we'll see who has the bigger bench. You okay? You all right?
Oh.
You all right?
Man, no, I'm not.
Okay.
Oh. Kevin Harlan, take it away.
Oh, sorry, Ernie. You go down the wrong pipe.
Something did.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's an Eastern Conference battle at the American Airlines Arena here in Miami, Florida, as the Heat look to work the home court advantage. Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche La NBA, the NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. You look at the Raptors. They're one of the top flight teams in the league with the second best record in the Eastern Conference.
And they've cemented their status over the course of this season as one of the truly elite teams in the NBA. They've done everything we've expected of them.
Well, their expectations have been high, and their level of play has matched those. They've been tearing it up.
And tonight, two teams, Brent, that use rebounding to try to control the pace of the game. Talk about the importance of boxing out in this one.
Well, one of the things that most coaches say is our defensive possession does not end until we get a rebound. So to have great rebounding like we have here tonight, that means you can ignite the fast break, you can control the possessions by one and done and not give the opportunity for a team to have a second breath at any point tonight.
Some guys consider rebounding as important as anything they do.
Well, I think it's even tougher now, Kevin, with the long balls being shot from the three-point line.
Exactly.
Lots more talk about moon rebounding and making sure that guards make contact, and then they float in and scoop those things up.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So the Raptors five right now. Leonard and Ibaka are the forward pairing. Then there's Monroe. And it's Van Vliet in at the one. Now here's Monroe. Got a piece of it. Here is Lillard. Richardson gets a wide open look. Drains the three-pointer. Richardson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. It's a three-point game. We're about 1 minute into the first, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Oh, a little punch, counter-punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
Now, here's Richardson. 23 points his last outing. Pass to Wright. Down low. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And Lillard kicks to Winslow. Inside, stolen by Monroe. Nobody near Leonard. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Everyone knew Leonard would be a plus rebounder and defender coming out of college, but not many people saw elite scorer and NBA Finals MVP on his resume.
Nurkic the pass to Whiteside. Three-pointer, Lillard. Here's Nurkic. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, nice hustle from Nurkic to come up with the board and the bucket.
Here's the Raptors with the ball. They went to Miami for their last meeting with the Heat and came out with a win.
Their last game against this squad, they won out thanks to some big contributions from the bench.
Yeah, a few of their reserves got some decent minutes that night, and they took the opportunity and ran with it. A lot of scoring coming off the pine in that win.
Here's Van Vliet. The Heat getting the bucket. Ibaka down low. Whiteside's there. Ibaka, no luck.
Like the tactics on defense there, refusing to give the shooter the easy layup at the rim.
Right against Richardson. Lillard finds Winslow. 5 to shoot. To the inside. Here's Whiteside. The rebound by Ibaka. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Raptors. Trailing by 2. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Richardson the pass to Lillard. Second shot opportunity. Whiteside, no good.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time he chose wisely.
Now here's Richardson. Greg Monroe unable to get his shot to go. Lillard looking around. And the basket is good.
That's an attack mindset from Lillard. We know he loves the 3, but fully confident getting inside and has the ability to score there.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Well, the Heat take great pride in what they try to do defensively, their activity, their awareness, their alertness. So this team, as they grow, right now they're committing a ton of fouls. Well, that comes with the territory about learning some of these schemes and trying to be as physical as they like to be.
Here is Ibaka. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Van Vliet. Back to Ibaka. Clock at 6. And Wright kicks to Ibaka. And again, Toronto no up. The Heat leading by 4. Lillard outside. In the corner, it's Richardson. They get it back. Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Well, not much effort needed for Nurkic to throw it down.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Monroe left side. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. One last timeout these days, both in the final 3 minutes of regulation, Brent, and overtime. Do you see any impact in close games so far with that?
Yeah, I think coaches now have to be very diligent and very selective about when it is they want to stop the game, Kevin. As you know, that timeout also allows you to advance the ball. And we saw last year with this being sort of the lab for it, many coaches who took timeouts that cost them chances on a free throw, where normally we would see the advancement of the ball, they had to go full court. So teams are still examining how they want to run the last 3 minutes, what they want to do with the timeouts, and it makes for a lot more drama if the game is closer. That's for sure.
I like having these coaches having to make big decisions like that, too.
I like it, too, because you like to see just how good the coaches are and then how many players can carry out maybe something that has a counteraction or some kind of slip screen where they execute something that carries over from clipboard to hardwood.
And so Greg Monroe nails both of them.
Well, Monroe is a load down on the post and one of the better offensive big men because of how versatile he is in the game.
Here's Lillard. Lays it up off the glass. Lillard's got his second bucket.
The mindset right now is pretty strong. Superb at staying aggressive and right now stringing some plays together.
Van Vliet kicks to Monroe. Nurkic with the block.
Is this basketball or volleyball? Nurkic with the spike.
with some arc. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
You see Justice Winslow get into that low defensive stance. Signals kind of like he did at Duke, slap the floor and be ready for a defensive possession.
And he makes the first. And Winslow about 6'7", 225. But Brent, it seems like he plays a lot bigger.
Yeah, it does feel like that sometimes. He gets lots of minutes at the power forward position and tries to rebound like a 4. And when he gets it, he can rip it down and run it up the court.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Adebayo is checked in for Nurkic. Harrell comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Richardson. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Raptors trail by 7. Van Vliet looking around. Out to Ibaka. Plenty of space. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
He just can't find the bottom of the net right now. He's looking frustrated. This quarter has been a bit of a nightmare for him.
That one goes in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Well, it was the Raptors winning their last game against New Orleans. Leonard finds Ibaka. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
And the pass to Harrell. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Toronto calls timeout. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Felt like the louder the crowd got and the more hostile they were, the more together this team played. So it worked out nicely.
Well, Heat making a switch here. Wade's checked in, and the Raptors also making a change. Teague's checked in. Miami on defense. They have a 9-point lead. Leonard against Wade. Leonard attacking. Miami grabs the miss.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 6. 6 to shoot. Johnson, that's for 2. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
T kicks to Ibaka. Here's Van Vliet against New Orleans, who is really on his game. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Eric Spoelstra.
Thanks, Kevin. He told me that when you're playing against a team as good as they are inside, you have to stop the easy looks. And if they can keep them out of the paint, they'll be in good shape to win. We'll see, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Some changes for Toronto. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Monroe. And Taj Gibson is subbed in for Serge Ibaka. Leonard on the wing. He's defended by Harrell. Shot's good by Gibson.
Gibson fighting through the contact and not taking no for an answer. Love that concentration.
Here's Miami now. They're on a 15-6 run. And Lillard kicks to Wade. Shoots over Leonard. Wade can't hit.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
And Chang gets it to go.
Tremendous effort. He will not be denied. on the offensive glass.
And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Adebayo passes to Wade. Knocked away. Leonard with the steal.
Well, they've weathered their turnovers so far.
Passes it to VanVleet. Outside Teague. VanVleet kicks to Leonard. Goes up on the block. Kicks it out to Gibson. 5 to shoot. Here's VanVleet. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Teague after Dwayne Wade's miss. Teague feeling it out a bit. Left side Gibson. To the middle. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Just a level of power and explosiveness. Leonard just tenacious at the rim.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Miami. It's a three-point game. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And, Greg, what's not to like about Taj Gibson?
I mean, he's a hard worker defensively. Finishes well inside. He's got the mid-range shooting touch. But what I like most, really, his unselfishness. He started, came off the bench, no complaints. This is a guy that just wants to win.
A different look for Miami. Norkic checked in for Harrell. Winslow comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Seth Curry in for Damian Lillard.
Now the offense sort of works itself out to a lot of mid-range shots, and Hawaii getting dangerous from that spot.
Outside Curry. Johnson outside. Trying to end the drought. Can't hit that one. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Leonard, a good look. And it's off the back rim. No good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And it's Johnson that time on the assist by Curry. And the Heat lead by 3.
Johnson continuing to develop the jump shot, becoming more dangerous from the mid-range with each game.
VanVleet passes to Leonard. Over Winslow. Nails the baby hook. 8 points for Leonard.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Johnson up top, defended by Gibson. Basket counts.
To know when to change speeds and get to open gaps. That time Tyler Johnson does a good job off the pick and roll.
VanVleet kicks to Gibson. Back to VanVleet. Pass to Leonard. Outside Teague, and it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Leonard. Putting up about 24 points per, 7 rebounds, and almost 2.5 steals. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy, all elements right now working together, and the game is coming so easy right now.
Now here's Curry. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Inside, here's Nurkic, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Excellent footwork inside from Nurkic there to put the D in an awkward position and force them to foul him there.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. And so here's Toronto, trailing by 4. Van Vliet kicks to Gibson. Here's Van Vliet, guarded by Curry. It's tipped. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Again, the miss by the Heat.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Yeah, this team would be in some bad shape, guys, if he wasn't scoring like this right now.
They get a hand on it. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Van Vliet. That ties it up.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
The Raptors have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
One shot, gentlemen.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Here's Curry. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. He kicks to Nurkic. Over Gibson. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
Great awareness of the clock to end the quarter.
Well, you like to finish things on a positive note, and he times that one beautifully.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Heat out front, up by 1. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Greg Monroe regarded as one of the better big men in the NBA, but in recent seasons, his minutes have been going down. He talked about maintaining his focus.
I'm a player. You know, as long as I'm on the court, whenever I'm on the court, it's just about being productive. You know, it's about continuing on the right path, you know, having the right mindset, the right focus, and just coming in every day and putting in the work and trying to do whatever you can to win games.
Professional mindset. Monroe is seasoned veteran, ready to go when his name is called.
It's challenging to accept a different or lesser role, but Monroe is approaching it like a true pro.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Well, their efforts have been rewarded here after one. Winning the battle over second chance points has them ahead on the scoreboard.
They've got Richardson. Adebayo is out there with Nurkic. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Curry in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Now here's Gibson. 9-point game his last outing. T kicks to Leonard. Off target from three-point range. The Heat, their last game, a loss to Cleveland. To the inside. And there's Richardson. That's good on the assist by Wade. Richardson's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Miami. Teague against Richardson. Outside Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Now, what a game by Leonard, but you wouldn't know it by the way he's reacting out there. Just stone-faced, but getting the job done.
Tipped away. Leonard with the steal. Fast break Toronto. Unloads from 13, and it's Leonard again missing.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
Pachulia, he's checked in for the Raptors. Wright comes in for Fred VanVleet. Curry kicks to Wade. Good ball movement here by Miami. Nurkic the pass to Wade. Drills the three-pointer. And the Heat lead by 4.
That's good focus from the Bosnian there, getting down there. Nurkic finding the open man with ease.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pachulia finds Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Fouled on on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now. And with Kawhi Leonard, he just does everything well on the floor. Offense, defense, rebounding, runs the floor. I mean, he is one of the more complete players in our league. He can completely take over a game on both ends.
The Raptors making a switch here. Lewis checked in. And Greg, with Kawhi, started as a defensive stopper, but he now is so much more than that.
I mean, he's got a great outside shot, that pull-up jumper, the turnarounds in the post. He has the complete repertoire. You never would have thought he was only viewed as a defense guy once upon a time, but was already a fantastic player. But this is a guy that continues to just add to his game.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Wade. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. When it comes to veteran players, Brent, on a team, what characteristics make for a good leader for a bunch of young guys under him?
We talk a lot about veteran guys on teams, Kevin, and I think one of the most important aspects to think about is that those veterans have a lot more impact if they're still part of playing minutes for a coaching staff. At some point, 4 or 5 months into a season, when an older player is telling you how to do something and only get a chance to see it during practice or him pointing it out on film when you're playing, doesn't have as much of an impact.
Doesn't resonate
right.
as much.
When a guy gets 15 minutes a night and you get to see him do those things as a young player from the bench and say, wow, everything he told me on my list, he's checked all those boxes. So having a vet that plays, much more impactful.
Good point. And the second free throw, good.
Wade is a very consistent performer from the foul line. This is why you always avoid fouling him if you can.
And Wright kicks to Lewis. With the floater, and it's blocked. Richardson against Wright. For those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Right against Richardson. From the stripe. Unable to get that one. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Teague up top. Guarded by Curry. Leonard looking over the floor. It's all evened up. Leonard's got 7 now in this quarter.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Timeout called, the Heat.
And the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved his offensive game is pretty remarkable. After coming out of San Diego State, came into the league as just a defensive stopper and now really, truly a two-way star and one of the deadliest scorers when he needs to be.
And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Harrell.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
Now, here's Wade. He's coming off a 10-point game against Cleveland.
It felt like in that game, too, he was a man on a mission defensively. Finishing up with 4 steals is an impressive feat. And you can tell, takes pride in that part of the game.
Richardson against Wright. Kicks it to Teague. Now Pachulia. He's still scoreless so far in this one. A 3 from Leonard. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Curry passes to Adebayo. He dishes it to Wade. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Here's a look at what's coming up for Toronto. On Monday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Thursday, they'll head back home to take on the Los Angeles Lakers.
And you know, for that Pistons game, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. Their next game is at Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. And that'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Got a hand on it.
Hard-nosed defender, and Josh Richardson using a little bit of that length from the wing position to deny that one.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
And here is Curry after the three-pointer from Jeff Teague. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Nurkic.
Always tough to work the closer you get to the basket. Nice job of finding an angle on the pass there.
Now here's Teague. 9-point game his last outing. It's tipped. Leonard. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
This guy is just shredding the defense right now. He's hitting any shots he's putting up.
It's Richardson on the wing. Off target from 3-point range.
He sunk that 3 in the first. What's yet to make another one.
Wright finds Teague. Now here's Leonard. Trying his luck deep. It's hauled in by Richardson. The Heat trail by 4. No good that time. Toronto's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. Back to Wright. And it's Leonard, top of the key. It's hauled in by the Heat. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And despite the outcome, I think they'll feel a little better about that game. There are a lot of positives that they can take away from that performance.
No doubt some bright spots, more than you'd expect out of a loss like that, but it doesn't make the result any easier to take.
Teague with the ball. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Good D by Wade.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
As soon as Wade looks up and sees his teammate all alone, simple pass, throws it ahead, uncontested J.
Now here's Teague. Leonard kicks to Pachulia. And here's Wade. Here's Richardson. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 3 assists now in this one. Toronto, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Outside Leonard. Over Wade. And again, Toronto no up.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And he hits it and gets hacked down the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Heat shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. A different look for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic. Harrell comes in for Bam Adebayo. And Lillard subbed in for Curry. And then for Toronto, Greg Monroe. He's checked in for Pachulia. And it's Ibaka in for Lure. Brent, as we take a look at lineups around the NBA, teams trying to go with 5 highly skilled players at once. Where does that leave the traditional big?
Well, most teams just don't have one now, Kevin. I mean, they're just not on the roster.
They're hard to find, yeah.
Well, they're hard to find, but there just aren't many out there. So a lot of teams just elect not to have them. And what we're seeing over the course of the last couple of years is the matchups when all of a sudden a Whiteside is going to see a Drummond, or you're going to see all of a sudden Valanciunas play against DeAndre Jordan. It's usually because you have one, we'll play ours kind of mentality.
And the rejection by Leonard.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his third foul of the game.
And already his third foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the third quarter.
Winslow's checked in for the Heat. Tyler Johnson comes in for Josh Richardson. And Toronto also making a switch. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Teague. Now, here's Whiteside. He's coming off a 13-point game against Cleveland.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
Good work there as it goes.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Toronto calls timeout.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. Number one, the Heat.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
Monroe down low. He's covered by Whiteside. And Wright kicks to Leonard. There's VanVleet, covered by Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. To halt the run, the offensive rebound, Leonard. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
I still think there's a chance you string a couple of big plays together and the tide can turn very quickly.
Now here's Winslow. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Here's Harrell. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to VanVleet. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. There's the pass to Leonard. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Leonard's got 24.
Defense just pinballing off of the frame of Kawhi Leonard, determined to score.
Passes it to Johnson. On the wing, Winslow. Wants to get it back to Whiteside and does. That one drops for him.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Johnson against Wright. Monroe outside. Pass to Leonard. Takes the 13-footer, misses off the left iron.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Winslow against Leonard. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Toronto. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And, of course, Miami, a couple spots below.
And I think for Miami, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed. And that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first few rounds of the playoffs.
Here's VanVleet. 6 points for him. And the shot goes in. VanVleet's got 8 points. 26 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Lillard. His last outing, 16 points for him. Whiteside. It's good on the putback. And the Heat lead by 7.
Well, Whiteside always around the rim. Such an amazing offensive rebounder, and second chance opportunities is where he does a ton of damage.
And so it's the Miami Heat bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, how does the defense you're playing impact your offense?
It just energizes us. We have an ignitable group, and that's how we play. So we have to continue to stay the course and try to keep them off the three-point line as best as we can.
Yeah, those runouts get your guys going. Thanks a lot, Spo. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, you're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here at this beautiful table. This is a beautiful table.
What is this, oak?
It is. It's, I think it's teak.
Oh, teak.
There's Shaq. There's Kenny.
Polished oak.
That's teak. Very nice. Very nice.
You mean antique?
No, it's just teak.
Teak.
I have an antique.
It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. They gathered some serious momentum in the second quarter, and as well as they played, it's a little bit of a surprise that their lead isn't more than 7 points here at the half. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
Well, I like it, Ernie, because they're just not settling for outside shots. You know, that part of the game is pretty when it's going in. We've seen plenty of teams try that and fail. You got to have a balanced approach. And tonight, they found a ton of success inside. Basketball and championships are won inside out. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Raptors.
Well, the differential in rebounding was huge. And it goes back to the fundamentals, blocking out and just maintaining position. Instead, they went to the lazy man's route, flying in the air, trying to steal rebounds. Well, that didn't work. No one is going to give you an easy rebound. They need to show some fight.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
As we return to South Florida, a fantastic view of that famous stretch of sand, Miami Beach. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
It's been about his ability to just lock down the opponent from a defensive standpoint. A lot of shots also being blocked.
Well, I think big guys like to affect shots, but big guys love to send shots into the third row. That's an intimidating factor.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Here's Van Vliet. So the Raptors 5 right now. Leonard and Ibaka are the forward pairing. Then it's Greg Monroe, and it's Wright in at the 2. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside.
And looking now at the numbers for Lillard, just an incredible month of basketball. Averaging about 19 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy, all elements right now working together, and the game is coming so easy right now.
Now here's Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Monroe. And Winslow pulls it down. Miami leading by 7. He kicks it to Whiteside. Pass to Nurkic. Knocked loose. And good that time. Nurkic has got the first basket of the third quarter for the Heat.
Yeah, it's hard to hold Nurkic up. As soon as he gets that deep inside, he is more than capable of knocking down shots consistently.
Out to the wing. Right down low. By Winslow, and it's Wright missing.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Richardson kicks to Winslow. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Down low. Three-pointer, Lillard. The shot will not fall. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Right outside to the paint. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Pushing their lead to double digits. Richardson's got 16.
Well, nights like this for this basketball team on the offensive end, to have Richardson step up, that takes a ton of pressure off the rest of the team.
Here's Van Vliet. 8 points for him. Now Leonard. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Winslow, and it's good off the back rim and in. 26 points for Kawhi Leonard. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Miami. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year. Drills it from outside. He's got 9.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Raptors trail by 12.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That is his first foul of the game. Toronto calls timeout.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Well, no matter how hard it's been, you want to stay positive, stay focused, and maybe a couple shots will get you right back in it.
A chance to check out stats for Hassan Whiteside. He's been on a tear since the All-Star break, going really to another level. 3rd in rebounding, 3rd in field goal percentage, and he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And as you said, one of the league's top 3 rebounders. He has an instinct for how the shot's going to come off that rim. That's special. And the want to corral it. And Wright kicks to Leonard. 8 feet away, 2 points. That one goes. Leonard's got 28 points for the game.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And there's the pass to Whiteside. Over Ibaka. And it's Whiteside. That time on the assist by Lillard. Whiteside's got the lead up to 12 now for the Heat. Here's Van Vliet. Covered by Lillard. Outside Leonard. Kicks it to Monroe. Back to Leonard. Over Winslow. And it's Leonard missing.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now is massive.
Here's Van Vliet. 8 points for him.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Raptors have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
First free throw is good. And some changes here for the Raptors. Lure comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Teague in for DeLon Wright. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Kevin, these are easy points. Remember, free throws.
And Lillard kicks to Whiteside. And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
And the claw at work. Just one reason why he's always a threat to lead the league in steals. Jump starts the fast break there.
And here are the Heat now after the Raptors pick up 2. Basket good. 11 points for Damian Lillard.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
There's Van Vliet. He's got 10. Outside Teague. Buries it from 3-point range. Teague's got 6.
But once Teague catches the ball, he fires it up and in. Gotta love his assertive attitude.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Richardson kicks to Winslow. And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Pachulia, he's checked in for Toronto. Now a timeout called by Miami. And a brief look while we had the chance of a few of the hottest big men in the NBA. The leaders among centers and power forwards in field goal percentage during the last month. The third spot, Taj Gibson, and of course Hassan Whiteside.
And most of the guys on that list have that unique combination of power and finesse. I mean, a very physical presence with an equally soft touch.
Well, you can pretty much count it when they get the ball down low like that. You got to give them credit for working hard to get themselves open. Their percentages certainly wouldn't be as high as they are if they couldn't knock down those open 15-footers.
And Toronto has possession following the miss by Hassan Whiteside. And it's good for 2. And now it's only a 5-point Heat lead. Heat have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Teague against Richardson. Passes it to Lillard. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Richardson. Heat moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Poked away. There's Winslow. And another shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, it's almost as if Whiteside had a watch on and showed patience, waiting for the defense to come down and draw the foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
72% at the line this season. He has yet to set himself apart in that department.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
One of the areas where we've seen Whiteside improve is that free throw percentage. Much better than when he first came into the NBA.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Bam Adebayo comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Winslow. Second free throw, no good. Raptors trail by 6. To the middle. Count that one from VanVleet. VanVleet's got 14 points for the game.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Right, big scoring run, fueled by great game planning and really some great shot making.
Richardson kicks to Lillard. Drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Heat.
After not having a 3 during the first half, he's made 2 now this second half, and he looks hungry for more.
Pass to Pachulia. Leonard with the ball. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Here's Wade. And is out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And Toronto making a change here. Gibson's checked in. Here's Lillard, the 15-footer, good. And now a 9-point Miami lead.
Consistent and accurate from that particular spot on the floor. The offense kind of predicts those shots. Lillard's got a good eye for the mid-range.
There's VanVleet. He's got 14. He kicks to Leonard. Back to VanVleet. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Lillard. VanVleet can't get it to go. The Heat leading by 9. And Bam Adebayo, the 14th overall pick in 2017 out of Kentucky.
Yeah, his name seems to be pretty fitting, right? Like setting screens. Bam. Getting a dunk. Bam. Tremendous athlete. and he can throw it down with some of the best power forwards in the game.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. The feed to Lillard, and stolen by Jeff Teague. Pass to Van Vliet. And Gibson kicks to Leonard. Shot to stop the run. Shot clock at 6. Here's Teague. Pachulia trying to break loose. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Teague.
Well, that's a ball handling drill that kids can work on, shown by Jeff Teague. And it opens up to Jay.
Teague on the double team. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
And here are the Heat now. Lillard from outside. The rebound by Gibson. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. There's the pass to Van Vliet. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. Game is so wide open now, Brent. Such a great pace. Does that put more strain on bigger players? Physically.
I think it's putting strain on everybody. I think last year we saw...
regardless of size.
Yeah, injuries to every position, the key guys at every position. I think that some of the physical motions that players have to perform in games because they're covering more ground and in susceptible positions, it's happening to everybody. The issue with the big guys, Kevin, is they're not playing. Less of them are getting more important time on the floor, so it's a strain on everybody.
Here's Gibson taking a look at his stats. He's averaging around 7.5 points a game. 6 to shoot. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. The Raptors have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. Miami leading by 6. Lillard with it. He's got 16. Here's Whiteside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Whiteside's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Van Vliet kicks to Leonard. Over Wade. And it's Leonard missing.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Richardson the bounce pass. Now here's Lillard. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. Raptors trail by 8. Here's Van Vliet. Kicks to Leonard. Back to Van Vliet. Knocks it loose and stolen by Richardson. Jumps up and it's Richardson slamming it down.
Love the fast hands of Richardson there. Always active on the defensive end, using his length and constantly prowling for steals.
Outside Teague. There's 1:47 left in the third quarter. Basket good. Miami leading by 8. Now a timeout called by Miami. And you look at Jeff Teague, now with a decade in the league out of Wake Forest. Greg, what does he bring to the table aside from the fact that he's been in the playoffs every single year of his career?
Yeah, I mean, he's an explosive slasher and really has grown as a playmaker. Not a star, but a quality starting point guard.
And a new group in for the Heat. Nurkic checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Dwayne Wade. Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for Richardson. And it's Seth Curry in for Damian Lillard. And then for Toronto, Baca comes in for Leonard. And it's DeLon Wright in for Fred Van Vliet. Just 4 to shoot. There's Winslow. They grabbed their own miss. Hits caught that one from Nurkic.
You can tell right now the teammates are scanning the floor to find him and feed him. Why not? He's on it right now.
Now here's Teague. He's got 10. Left side Ibaka. Teague finds Gibson. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Wright's got himself on the board with 3 there.
There's just no excuse to leave someone that wide open. Communication breakdown.
Here's Curry. Pass to Nurkic. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Teague against Johnson. Charity stripe shot, and it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Yeah, it's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
The Heat leading by 7. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Curry with it. Picked up by Teague. Gibson against Curry. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
The Heat have gone 5 of 9 at the line.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board. 77% collectively.
And Teague's got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. It's a 10-point game. The dish to Jang. Another shot, and the layup is good. Jang's got his second bucket.
And that is one thing he does very well. His intensity on the glass helps lead to these high percentage putbacks for his team.
And so it's the Miami Heat in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The Heat leading by 8. Johnson is out there with Seth Curry. Then it's Winslow. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. And it's Adebayo in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Now here's Winslow. Pass to Curry. Fires the 3. Rebound by Jang.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
A nice shot by Teague.
Well, there's always this talk about Jeff Teague and his speed on display there as he attacks with that opportunity.
Curry kicks to Harrell. Back to Curry. To the middle, and stolen by Jang, and it's in there. And it's 6 points for Montrezl Harrell.
Well, that's some good O there. Always like to see them getting those interior looks.
Teague dishes to Jang. Teague against Curry. With the teardrop, that's tipped, and they're able to recover. Johnson surveying the floor. He kicks it to Curry. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Adebayo. Pocket 6 over Teague, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
Nice job operating in the mid-range, using his size advantage to rise up and fire over the defender.
Ibaka outside. There's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's his first foul. Monroe's checked in for Jang. Curry against Teague. And so the ball's out of bounds. Winslow touched it last. And stolen by Harrell. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Love the change of speed there from Winslow, forcing the D to foul him to try to prevent that one.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
No good on that one. Lures checked in for Toronto. And he sinks the second. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Teague against Curry. It's blocked. There's Winslow. Buries it from 3-point range. Winslow's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, they're just absolutely getting anything and everything that they want out there. They have not let up.
Now, here is Monroe. And again, no good by Toronto.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
There's Winslow. Here's Adebayo. Covered by Monroe. Johnson against Ibaka. 5 to shoot. Moves back up. That one off the back iron and out.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
Good.
At times in his career, Ibaka has looked out of control when forced to finish through defenders. That time keeps his poise and reaps the benefits. You know, and Serge Ibaka, a player who kind of came into the league as a defensive stopper, shot blocker. You know, still has great length and can bother shots, but not the prolific shot blocker he once was, as the focus has become more on the offensive end.
One shot. One shot.
Free throw good, Ibaka. And with Ibaka at one point would average almost 4 blocks a game.
Yeah, I mean, it is hard for any player to maintain a pace that high at this stage. Ibaka's done well to adjust, I think, his capabilities and make sure he can still have an impact on defense. The block numbers won't ever be as gaudy as they once were, but he is still causing problems for shooting.
And here is Ibaka. After Justice Winslow getting his shot to go from deep. No good from 18.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And there's the pass to Curry. Kicks to Harrell. Feeds it to Johnson. In the corner, Winslow with it. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
Now, here's Teague. to the left side wing. And Lure wide open. He shoots it. Nails the wide open jump shot.
That's the kind of work you want your point guard to do. Sensational ball movement by Jeff Teague there to set up his man.
Curry passes to Winslow. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Getting the foul on the shot.
Justice Winslow. 2.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. A different look for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Dwayne Wade comes in for Tyler Johnson. And Lillard subbed in for Seth Curry. Leonard, he's checked in for Toronto. Fred VanVleet comes in for Teague. He hits the second from the line. And here's Leonard. Shoots from the line. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And Lillard kicks to Wade. Over right. And that one goes long.
You get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had to. No reason why he had to fade away on that jumper.
He's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
His rebound total now in the double digits. Been an animal all night long. Great connection on the alley-oop there. Winslow really slamming that down.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now, here is Monroe. Out to Ibaka. Tries a 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Winslow's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lillard from outside. The Heat keeping it alive. Fresh 24. Offline with the baseline jumper.
And the defense is just not very aggressive. Definitely fortunate that the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time.
On offense, here are the Heat. They're on a 14-5 run. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
The size, the timing of Ibaka, tailor-made for protecting the rim. Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Now, here's Leonard. Back to VanVleet. The 3, down to 5 on the shot clock. Miami grabs the miss.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Now Winslow. Harrell with it. Passes it to Winslow. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Heat lead by 20.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Now, here is Ibaka. Players are talking about the new sports science. Better sleep, recovery after lifting, playing, traveling, whatever it is. They say it's making a difference. What do you think?
I think it only makes a difference if the guys put it into practice, Kevin. Like as much information as they can hand out in a team meeting and sort of give you directives about how it is you should rest and when it is you can get your sleep. Players won't see those benefits unless they're as disciplined as they are with trying to get better in the offseason as they are with making sure that they get proper rest to be at their athletic best for competition.
That free throw good from Leonard.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Leonard hits them both.
Well, we've seen it. We've seen Kawhi Leonard mature and improve right before our very eyes. But one area where he was already pretty good was coming in at the free throw line.
Now, here's Wade. In the corner, it's Richardson. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Richardson's got 20 points.
Just increasing their advantage. And right now, they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead. Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
Lillard outside. Inside. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
One team owner proposed that we should abolish the draft and have free agency for rookies, maybe giving lesser teams a bigger pool of money to spend. Just some of the ideas that these teams are in the league is throwing out there.
Well, that's an interesting idea. The one that I heard about last summer was in Houston trying to flip-flop free agency and the draft so that all of a sudden what you can do is draft players after it is that you've made all your free agent acquisitions, so you could draft positionally. You know you're set up for your team next year. And the more I've thought about that, Kevin, coming into the season, the more I like it. So we'll see what kind of traction that gets.
Now, here is Monroe. It's good. Monroe's got 4 points this quarter.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
Wade finds Nurkic. Lillard with it, guarded by Wright. And it goes down 2 points. Lillard's got 12 points here in the second half.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
The feed to Ibaka. And stolen by Lillard. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 7th assist in the game. Van Vliet kicks to Monroe. A three from Leonard. Drops in the tray. Leonard's got 35 in the game.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Leonard against Richardson. It's tipped. Did you ever think, Brent, that we'd see this many players, 6'10", 6'11", 7-footers, handling the ball and shooting like we're seeing them shoot from that kind of distance?
I'm hopeful for it. I've been hopeful for it, and it doesn't surprise me about what the league is. This is a very select group of people that have the right combination of DNA and genetics, and the fact that these guys are more and more capable with their skill set, not a surprise to me, Kevin.
So fun to watch, too. My goodness. Here's Nurkic. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Here's Wade. Rebound by the Raptors. Monroe's got 6 rebounds in the game. A three from Leonard. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit still large, but now not insurmountable.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends. They've got to now ratchet up a notch.
And here's Wade. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. Just 5 to shoot. The Heat need to get a shot off. 3-pointer, Wade. Offensive rebound, Nurkic. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Heat.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
And really, they finally got something good to happen against this team. The last 2 games they faced them weren't nearly as productive.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Yusuf Nurkic.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
Here's Leonard. After the made shot from Dwayne Wade, Ibaka wide open, he fires. Sinks the 3-pointer.
You know, a lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Lillard outside. A floater. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Heat lead by 18.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you gotta be relentless in this game or the tide can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
It's a shame because this is the team we expected to see fighting on every possession. I think it's just too late.
Now, here's Lillard. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. Did we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. You know, we got a little more physical. You know, we did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.